Thank you very much, Chris. Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry issued a legal opinion today that the statewide order closing bars and requiring masks in public is unconstitutional. But Governor Edwards was quick to point out that Landry's opinion carries no legal weight and was issued by the Attorney General, who himself is in quarantine after testing positive for COVID.
There's no doubt in my mind, but that what we did is not just warranted by the circumstances we face with COVID-19. It's required, and it's clearly within the legal authority that I have under the statutes in Louisiana dealing with the public health emergency and afforded me under the Constitution.
And Governor Edwards went on to say that if Attorney General Landry had not been home under quarantine with COVID-19, he would have heard Vice President Pence express complete support for the actions taken in Louisiana.